Hey everybody, this is Andy and Josh here, Montolion Cronin, and we're ready for Classic Qualifier number 2, round 5. We've got PlanetWalls and ChrisKool with the mirror match, and I don't know what they call this deck. Jacking, mid-range jacking is what ChrisKool calls it. So, Josh, what the heck do you think this is going to happen in this one?
Oh, this is a match of the ages.
It is epic in all accounts. We are going to see some lumberjack jacking into Mages of the Moons, Deathrite Shamans, Colonian Hydras, Molder Slugs, Scavenger Gooses, and of course our favorite, ChrisKool Tyrant of the Cliffs.
It just screams classic, doesn't it?
It does. It is classic in all regards. I don't know what to say, but I think these guys are both 3-1 right now.
Yeah, they're doing well with it.
For sure, which is the norm for these two guys. So, ChrisKool plays out a snow-covered forest into a Deathrite Shaman.
I like those snow-covered lands.
For sure. I actually suspect Deathrite Shaman is actually probably a pretty big player in this matchup. Just for the reach it gives you late game.
Bold move, the white-bordered birds right there.
Yeah. Like, Mages of the Moon is really bad in this matchup. Sire of Insanity seems pretty bad too, but I guess if he can get into it really fast, it could be good. For those of you who don't know, that's at the beginning of your upkeep. Of each end step, each player discards his or her hand. So Chris is like pretty far ahead in the mana game right now. Like if he could next turn get out one of those, it could be good, I suppose.
He has all the mana here.
Oh, Lotus Cobra's so sweet. But I mean, Mages of the Moon's terrible here.
It's 2-2. It's 2-2 for 3.
Yeah. So if AJ here gets into, like, you know, has got the more mid-range game, I think he's got a better chance, but I've never seen a Molder Slug played. Actually, there's a lot of cards I haven't seen played here.
They're going for their big stuff in this matchup, I think.
Yeah. Colonian Hydra's just ridiculously sick. First one to land one of those is so far ahead in the game, it's not even funny. Oh! AJ's going to be the first to do some jacking.
That is quite a card.
You know, as funny as it is, gimmicky as it is, it's actually getting 3 mana from sacrificing a land is pretty powerful.
Definitely.
Just tap your land for a mana, sack it. There's 4 mana right there. That's solid. Oh, ChrisKool! ChrisKool is on the table.
Oh man, it's over.
Wow, that's so powerful. That really handicaps AJ here, because he's going to have to pay 3 to prevent ChrisKool from putting a 3/3 token into play.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something he wants to be doing.
Having said that, if he drops down his own Colonian Hydra here, that would certainly negate his fear of ChrisKool.
Uncounterable humans.
Yeah, like, there's nothing you can do against a Colonian Hydra. And we can see Chris here likes to use really large text. Think too hard and I time you out. Well, if he was playing me, that could be the case.
Oh, I think PlanetWalls could time out.
I've seen him do it. So I joined a Legacy 8-man last night.
And how'd it go?
Not well. I decided to play a deck I haven't had a ton of experience with, but I've been having a little bit of fun with, and I've joined some 2-mans with it and done okay, but I played Rug Delver, and I got wiped out 2-0 by BJ, and I had 1 land each game with Brainstorms and Ponders, and it was terrible.
That seems great, man.
Yeah, not much of a story to share, but you know how it is, Josh. You win some, you lose some.
Oh man, I win them all.
So PlanetWalls
Flame Tongue
is gone. Look at this. A Flame Tongue Kavu deals with Kazul like it's nothing. Oh, that PlanetWalls. Is he going to sacrifice a land here with the Lumberjack? Oh, we're going to see our first jacking here. That's for you, ChrisKool. Calling out the jacking for our good buddy Chris. You know, I get a warm, tickling feeling inside when I see a Flame Tongue Kavu cast.
You do.
Oh man, I get a lot of nostalgia for this card. This is around the time you know, I got into Moto Online. It was just a little bit before I think I was in around Plane Shift or whatever. And Flame Tongue Kavu was a card that I sought in foil forever, and it was really, really expensive. And every time I see it, it makes me feel good. It's a good card.
Yeah, I feel like they've stolen it from me. I played it in the last QT.
Did you? You
Yeah,
would be the only
in
person.
that Venzer deck.
Oh yeah, that deck was really bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, fun, but bad. So,
Did I win 1 or 2 matches?
I don't know.
Let's just say, Flame Tongue definitely won me a game. So,
You know, I would say that there has been a dramatic shift here in the power balance, because they both got 2 cards in hand, and we've got an active Fauna Shaman, and Scavenging Ooze is going to be a lot of trouble. Now that's no.
yeah, but now there's a Molder Slug.
Yeah, Molder Slug's not a big deal. You could double block that with something. You get out a beater, get out a Magus of the Moon, and you can block it with Flame Tongue and Magus. And then he's got the Ooze eating up all the creatures that die. You know, this is a pretty powerful card in this matchup for sure, because they have absolutely 0 removal in the deck from what I can see. Like literally 0.
Yeah. There will be some trades.
Yeah.
And the Ooze will just get bigger.
Had a little bit of a chuckle there with AJ earlier. We were chatting on email, and ChrisKool and AJ have had a little bit of bad luck recently, because I know a couple weeks ago on the daily event they drew each other, I think, first round. There's not high probability of that happening, and then of course they drew each other this round out of 38 people, so that's pretty small chances too. So
It's probably good though. I mean, you don't want more than one of these knuckleheads in the finals, you know.
Finals. Forget the finals. We don't want one of them in top 8. I certainly don't want to be playing either one of them. This is built to beat me. Now I know that Endless Nameless played ChrisKool last round, and I don't think he was feeling too good about that matchup, and I don't blame him. But he ended up beating Chris, I think, 2-0. So you can lose to stacks. You know, you got to be able to cast your Molder Slugs and things like that.
Well, like you said, there's not targeted removal, so all his precursor golems were probably pretty good.
Well, that's true, and he does run a 4 of in that too. Yeah, I was saying earlier that Deathrite Shaman's really good in this matchup, but actually, on the point you just made, that they've got no removal or spells, or instants or sorceries in this deck, that significantly lowers the value of a card like Deathrite Shaman.
For sure.
I was thinking that I could plunk him for damage, but really all I can do is gain a little bit of life. And that does negate his Scavenging Ooze. I didn't think of that.
And acceleration is good though.
Yeah, doesn't need much of it now with a Lotus Cobra. But yeah, no, I was thinking the Ooze was going to be a bit bigger of a player, but it's contesting against the Death right here. What is AJ going to get? Colonian Hydra, if he could ever cast it, which he can offer a Lumberjack.
Does he have a dragon in the main deck?
I don't know. I believe you're right. I'm actually looking at Chris's deck right now, but let's take a look at PlanetWalls. Of course, their decks are right beside each other. I'm playing Stomping Ground. That's what he calls his deck. Oh, he's got a Rurik Thar. That's ridiculous. That is just crazy.
What did he get?
No, he doesn't have a dragon. I don't know. Let's take a look. But he got a Bloom Tender.
A Bloom Tender.
Interesting. Guess he's ramping into something big.
Yeah.
A Bloom Tender. I have never seen that played in Classic. So that will get him one. Yeah, it's great. So it gets him 2, right? 2 mana? For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color to your pool. Yeah, so he gets 2. He's got green and red.
Yeah.
So he got a Sol Ring out of the deal.
2 mana Sol Ring.
Still pretty decent. Oh, I'm with Chris on this one. I think it's kind of funny too. I wouldn't have gone for a Bloom Tender personally. He's got 1, 2, 5, or 6 mana here with the Lumberjack, and he could absolutely went and got a Colonian Hydra. Why would you not be getting a Colonian Hydra?
The second is way more powerful.
Well, the second it attacks, it's an 8/8. That would basically, I mean, well, I guess you could trade off, but yeah. Even a Caldera Hellion.
Slug is putting in work.
Yeah, the Slug is putting in work. This matchup is hard, PlanetWalls says. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have went and got a Bloom Tender personally.
Oh, he's got a plan.
Yeah. Rurik Thar, that's what his plan is. He's going to go get a Rurik Thar, and Rurik Thar just spits on Molder Slugs all day long. Six Vigilance Breach. Yeah. Actually, he doesn't. The damage facet doesn't even do anything because their decks are all creatures. So. Yeah, Rurik Thar is actually not that good. I take it back.
Oh man, here he comes.
Is that Rurik?
He's 6 mana, right?
Yeah, Rurik's 6. It's the only 6 caster. No, he does have a Thunderscape Battle Mage, which is not very good, but it can make him discard. No, 9.
Oh my god, what is this?
Oh, it's, what's it called? It's Caldera Hellion. That just wipes his board out. What just happened?
Where did he? Oh, he's still entering the battlefield. He was choosing to devour.
Oh, I don't really know what Devour is because I've never seen it played in Classic.
puts counters on it.
Oh, look at this. How sweet is that? He's pumping up his ooze with the man on the stack. That's my boy, PW. Molder Slug is looking pretty sluggish right now. That's a saying that only LSV could beat.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for me. Yeah, Chris, I'm not sure how you're going to pull this one out. You fell down to the old Caldera Hellion and Scavenging Ooze. Oh. Doesn't he have to sacrifice that at the end? We're seeing a Hail Mary here.
He's giving him the business.
Oh, that's a good man. This actually could be bad for PlanetWalls. Unless he's got a chump blocker. So what happens here? He has to block. So he's going to chump with the death right, I suspect.
Possibly.
Yeah, no, I don't think Chris can win this.
Well, PlanetWalls can't really attack with both guys, though.
Why not? Oh yeah.
You would just jump death right and kill him, right?
8, yeah, you're right. Well, that's unless he's got a chump blocker. He's got a chump
True.
blocker, he's golden. If he doesn't have a chump blocker, then I think he probably loses this game.
Or if he's got a forest, he could survive.
Yeah, forest will work. Well, he could pump. You see, the Clonian Hydra will die to the ooze if he pumps it up right now and sits back on defense and just attacks with the Hellion. No, he's going for it. You know, if he doesn't have a blocker, I think he threw the game away there. So he's going in with both, 8-8. So he can just pump it up now, but he won't have a blocker. Now this is fine though, he just kills the Hydra, right?
Yeah, and the death ray.
I think this is perfectly reasonable. There's no way Chris is going to be able to top deck something bigger than an 8-8. I gotta be honest with you, I'm surprised he didn't just block with the death right, take 8, and try and swing back.
Me too.
Yeah, very nice. So he did have a blocker, so he was fine there. Yeah, so nicely done. Looks like AJ is going to win the first game. And he lost a crit. Well, he's got 1 life.
So?
I don't think there's anything that Chris can possibly play to keep himself alive. So there you have it, folks. PlanetWalls 1-0. So Josh, how do you think these guys sideboard here?
They bring in all their best creatures.
Oh, here's his dragon. 2 Stormbreath dragons for PlanetWalls.
Yeah, I'd bring those dragons in.
Zealous Conscript is very good. Mistcutter Hydra is playable. Look at this. Arashi, the Sky Asunder. Holy catfish. Too bad that's terrible, though, against Chris. He's got another Caldera Hellion. We even have an Aladdin here, folks. I have to read this card. Take
oh, you gotta bring in the Aladdin.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy. Let's take a look and see what Chris is bringing in here. I know they both have a whole bunch of cards they can take out, like Maguses of the Moon and cards like that. So,
oh, they're in.
Let's get in here. Okay. So we're into game 2, folks, and we we've got PlanetWalls with his crazy deck versus ChrisKool with his crazy deck.
ChrisKool is 6 minutes ahead.
Yeah. Summoning Trap, that's a card that would come out. Summoning Trap seems really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, they both have the Stormbreath Dragon, and Chris has a couple Maelstrom Pulses, so that gives him an edge for sure. And Underworld Cerebus. Yeah, I mean, I think you side in Underworld Cerebus. It's a 6/6 creature that can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures.
He's awesome and limited, I'll tell you that much.
No, I have no doubt about that. That's probably where he belongs, but
5 mana for a 6/6 is pretty fun.
Regardless, what do I know? AJ into the Lumberjack.
Turn 2 Hydra. No, I can't turn 2 it.
Yeah, he could. Plays another land, taps both his lands, sacks a forest, gets 5 mana.
Oh, you're right.
Alright, and Chris gets out his Lumberjack and a Cobra. You see, this is very similar to last game where Chris came out like a jet rocket, really fast, but AJ had more mid-range. So, could we see a Colonian Hydra here? That would be devastating. Or potentially devastating anyways. Look at the art on that.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
How did I ever let myself get talked into this project? Says Tooth Liquor Harge, the Orcish captain. That is flavor text. So the Fauna Shaman was pretty good last game. I think that was the difference in the game. You?
Maybe. He only found a Bloom Tender with it, right?
No, he also got the Flame Tongue Kavu to kill Kazul.
That's true. That definitely helped.
So, Chris is thinking about something here.
Chris has unlimited mana himself.
Oh, for sure.
That's interesting.
That was an interesting play. Because now Chris can get way ahead. 3. We're going to see a sacrifice here for Stormbreath Dragon or something. I believe Stormbreath Dragon has haste. Yeah, so
yeah, it does.
To play it here would be poor.
It's also got protection from white.
Yep. Ooh. That's game. Well, how can AJ put up enough mana here to put down a 5-drop of his own that can stop an 8/8?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was a bad play by AJ to not take 2 damage at the expense of his mana ramp.
I think you're right.
I mean, there's nothing that can kill that Hydra now. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Oh!
Oh my gosh, how wrong you are.
AJ, I just never seem to underestimate you enough. Well played, good sir. Wow, that was a beating. So AJ is saying that's why he let his guy die, and so now we get a little more light shedded in there. He fished Chris in. That was a very crafty play. Not one I saw coming, that's for sure.
He is the craftiest of fellows.
He's a pretty crafty guy. Chris is saying maybe I thought it was a mental issue why you blocked with the lumberjack. A little bit of camaraderie here. Well, we might just see AJ take the match here, folks. Could it happen? Could we see another Hydra? No. Ooh. He's all in. He's sacking all his guys. We got a 5/5 that wipes the board. And in addition, there's a mana crypt on AJ's side, which is not good for him.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of mana there. He can.
Yeah. If he played a Clonian Hydra of his own. Yeah, I actually think you're right, Josh. If he's got a creature of any substance, we're not too worried about a mana crypt here. And Chris is all in on this Hellion. He's sacked all his land. Yep. It's very troublesome because now he can create a 3/3 token at will.
Well, if he's attacked.
Oh, I thought it was when he attacked. My apologies. No. Well, I apologize. I'm not up on the readings of ChrisKool Tyrant of the Cliffs. No. I'd actually, before they loaded up this deck list for the tournament, I'd never actually even heard of ChrisKool.
Oh man, I've had ChrisKool before.
Yeah, I remember you were saying on the podcast you used to play him casually or whatever.
He's a beast.
Yeah, so is Thrun. Thrun's a good man. And AJ is now officially all in. He's got a long way to go before he can kill Chris. He's got to deal more damage than that mana crypt deals to him.
At least he can play every card he draws.
Well, that's true. Ooh. That's actually a really nice card to play. Yeah, I actually think Scavenging Ooze is one of the best cards in this matchup.
It's quite good.
Yeah. So, PlanetWalls plows in for 4 with Thrun, and Chris is now gobbling up all the creatures in the graveyards to make his Scavenging Ooze a 4/4 and gain a couple life. And PlanetWalls attacks are momentarily about to become bad. Especially with that mana crypt in play. He could sit here all day long with Thrun on defense, but why didn't he attack there?
I don't know.
I mean, he could have eaten. That didn't make sense to me. He can't afford to not attack when he had an opportunity.
Well, it's over now.
Yeah.
As far as attacking.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a great draw from PlanetWalls. Because a Clonian Hydra is going to probably be able to outrace this thing. Actually, no, it won't.
You can get a dragon.
Stormwrath Dragon, yep, that does work. And he's actually got enough to make Monstrosity, too. Which costs 7. He could easily do that. So he's got 1, 2, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So if he gets 1 more mana, he can actually, oh.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's game. How many times have I said that for both players this game?
11?
I thought it was 9, but
You might be right.
yeah.
Uh-oh. What's this? The dragon.
Yep. That was a top deck galore. So he got 3, 4, 5, 6. If he had one more mana, he can monstrosity this thing. Yep, he can monstrosity it right here and deal him 7 damage. That's huge. Because Chris, I don't think Chris can actually, outside of him having that second Maelstrom Pulse, I don't actually think that he can deal with that. Because even playing his own dragon, it's nothing more than a chump blocker.
Unfortunately, PlanetWalls probably has to chump block here.
I don't think it matters. I don't know if I would have done that, would you?
What?
Oh, I guess he had no choice. Oh yeah, no, he had to block. I didn't realize that he was going to pump it. I wasn't paying attention. He had to block it or he died. That is unfortunate, because he could have blocked that all day long with Thrun. So Josh, here's a silly question for you. Can you make this do monstrous on it again?
No.
It's only once, right?
Yeah. I think the rules for monstrous reads if it's not already monstrous.
No.
I think you have to hover over the card, not the blown up picture of the card.
No, it does work on the blow up normally too.
Yeah, if this creature isn't monstrous, put 3+1/+1 counters on.
Yeah, PlanetWalls is going to get this done. Unless Chris can successively put out 2 different creatures that can fly, and PlanetWalls dies to his own mana crypt. Well, it looks like the guys here are talking about Monstrous and Stormwrath Dragon, and they're both pretty impressed with it, so...
Well, we knew it would take a dragon this game. We were right in that regard, I guess.
For sure.
Just took a top-decked one, not a tutored up one.
Absolument. Well, folks, there you have it. It looks like PlanetWalls is going to take the match 2-0 against his buddy ChrisKool with mirror decks. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon with another feature match, hopefully.
Congrats, boys.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.